Okay, my niece wants to say hi. Say hi, Fatima. Say hi. Say hi. Don't be shy. Hi, everybody. Yay! Subscribe to Zizu. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Oh, are you so shy? Can you say subscribe to Zizu? Say Zizu. So, Fatima, who? Not Machis?
Zizu.
Zizu. She calls me Zizu because she can't say hola. Say Fatima. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Say subscribe. Can you say subscribe? Say like this video.
Where's Coco?
Coco. She's asking where my fiance is. Coco's not here. Coco not. Okay. Say bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Okay, say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mwah.
Mwah.
Yay. Okay, bora pişme John. She's on the go. Will you stay here and be quiet? Can you stay in the room and be quiet?
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Fatima, it's my chair.
Please share.
Okay, come sit on my lap. Yeah. Come sit on my lap. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess my niece is staying for the duration of this video. Can I clean your mouth? Come on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have a little visitor today. She refuses to leave my room and I really want to post a video up for you guys, so I cannot prolong this any longer. And she won't leave. Fatima, will you go to Mama and John?
It's my son.
Yeah, mini point? Are you gonna go downstairs? Oh, be careful. Okay. So, you guys, I don't think she wants to go. Yeah, okay. Are you gonna stay here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys, we may have a little visitor, so maybe this video will get me more traffic, right? I love her so much. I can't stop laughing. Okay, you guys, today's video is obviously not meant to be about Fatima, but she decided to join anyways. I wanted to film a video talking to you guys about my favorite concealers. Now, if anybody knows me personally, they know that concealers are by far like my favorite makeup step, by far my favorite makeup product. I think it's what I have the most. So let me just show you 1 second here. So we have this. This is all my tube and pot concealers. And then we have this, and these are all my stick, I guess, concealers that you apply with like the brush and sponge. No, we don't empty it, Fatima. These are expensive, okay? So if anything does give you a picture of whether I am qualified to speak about this, I feel like this is it, you guys. I have a concealer addiction. Concealer is like the thing I buy the most of. It's the thing I gravitate towards the most because I have dark under eyes. And I just love having a flawless under eye. Okay, go downstairs.
No.
Yeah, you have to. I'm not going to be able to film this without you sitting here. Fatima.
No.
No. I'm not going to be able to. What about Mama and John? Okay, you guys, now that I have my niece out of the room, I also have another niece that is currently being put to sleep in the next room. And if I don't film right now, I may not be able to film for the next week or week or weeks. So I'm choosing to film right now, and I'm going to try to be quiet, and hopefully this video is not too crappy to watch. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I am always gravitating towards concealers. I feel like concealer is my favorite step to do throughout my makeup because it just elevates my look. It just makes your look go from like flat to like, oh my god, you're covered. And my under eyes is something that I have been super self-conscious about for as long as I can remember. Like, I'm talking like pre-teen years, I've been self-conscious of my under eyes because I've always had like hereditary dark circles. And then yeah, once I started delving into makeup, I think concealer was like the first thing that I was like, oh my god, this is gonna change my life kind of thing. So that's, ever since then up until now, concealer's been one of my favorite things to shop for. Every single time I go to a makeup store, anywhere that sells makeup, I'm talking drugstore, Sephora, anywhere, I always look at concealers. Not that I need any more because you guys saw my extensive collection of them. I wanted to make a video for you guys showing you the best concealers I feel on the market right now, and these are going to include both high-end and drugstore / affordable concealers. Now, I'm going to try to keep the list short because technically, as much as I own, there are, I think, only a handful that I would say I will be repurchasing if I've not already, which most of them I have. A long-winded intro. Let's just get started. Okay, you guys, so these are the concealers that I'm going to be speaking about. Like I mentioned, that there are a handful. 2 of them are the same thing, and I'm going to try and go through this as quickly as I can. Not too quickly, obviously, I don't want to rush it. But I'm going to try to give you guys a product breakdown of like cost and just some very quick little bullet point situation kind of thing of what I like about these concealers and why I think you guys would like them too. Now, I just want to make a disclaimer that most of these are high-end and 2 of them are affordable, so I'm very sorry that that happened to turn out that way. But these are just my ride or die. Like, these are concealers I know I will constantly be repurchasing and I'll never stop repurchasing. There was ones that came very close to being in this video, but I wanted to really keep the list as short as possible and just include my ones that are like ride or die. So first concealer I want to mention is very popular. It is not under wraps at all. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Now, this concealer, I've gone through many of these. I currently have this in 2 different shades. I guess one for summery, one for winter kind of shades, or depending on the time of year. I love these concealers. I think these are incredible. These concealers are super full coverage. They last you forever. The texture is beautiful. It's super blendable. The coverage is so good. Very full coverage. Very easy to layer if you keep putting on a little bit more. Now, I'm not one of those girls that can do 1, 2, 3 dots and then blend it out. Like, no, my dark circles, they will not cover up with just that, so I will literally go ham with these, and these still last me a very long time. So I love these so much. I have these in 2 shades. I have shade light beige and I have shade vanilla. I think I alternate towards these, but my shade's usually always been light beige, but I got vanilla recently to try it out as well because I kind of felt like I wanted a different shade. Okay, next one is, I guess, a revamp of one of this type of concealers, and I'm going to be honest and tell you guys that I don't like this certain one, but the original version of this is amazing, and I'm just using this for video's sake, just to show you guys, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant. This is the Radiant one, and I have to say I don't like this as much as the normal one, and I was surprised about that because I am dry skin and I thought I would enjoy the Radiant version more. But this Radiant version, for some reason, it's not giving the same coverage that Shape Tape gives, so I don't know if it's just this bottle or if it's just like the one I got a bad one, but this does not give anywhere close to the same amount of coverage that the regular Tarte Shape Tape give. And I think Tarte Shape Tape opened the doors for all other makeup brands to introduce really full coverage concealers, because to my recollection, I feel like this was one of the first brands that had a very full coverage concealer, and in this size with this kind of packaging where it's like a big doe foot kind of situation. But yeah, I love this concealer, super OG, and I think it's amazing. I recently bought this and I was not happy about the way the Radiant one looks, but I will definitely buy the regular one now that I know, and you know, I tried this at least. But yeah, I got this in the shade Radiant 22N Light Neutral. Yeah, I just don't like the way this looks. It does not blend as well. It's not as full coverage. I don't know what they did with the formula, or if it's just this one. If you guys have tried this, please let me know, because I was really sad to see this one didn't work out for me. So the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is available in 37 shades because... Okay, you know what? See, that's the thing. I thought it was the same exact thing. The Radiant one is a medium coverage. That's why I wasn't a fan of it, you guys. I am a full coverage girl through and through. I will not buy a light covered concealer, considering what I use concealer for. If I had perfect skin, perfect under eyes, and my dream world, then maybe. So that makes so much sense. I'm glad that I saw that, because I was like, how is this that? And that's my fault, not even Tarte's, okay? But yeah, the Radiant one is not as full coverage, which I wish I looked at that. I'm stupid, clearly. The regular Shape Tape is far better than the Radiant one, in my opinion. If you like medium coverage, maybe go for this one. if you feel like you don't need that much coverage. But in terms of the claims, I can't attest to the fact that it is crease proof, because I think anything you put under your eyes, if you have under eye lines, they're gonna crease. It's just very, very inevitable. There's nothing that won't crease under your lines if you apply it there. That's like a concealer foundation kind of situations. Like if you have lines, things are gonna go in there. It's just how it works, and it's unfortunate, but that's why we have powders and stuff that we use to set. The next one I'm going to talk about is, I think, my newest favorite of the high-end versions. Actually, no, I think this next one's my newest favorite. But this concealer is like got a lot of hype for the right reasons, because it is incredible. And I have to say, when I started using this, I kind of forgot about Too Faced and Tarte, because this concealer, oh, you guys, this is beautiful. This is the Hourglass Vanish concealer. Now, I bought this in 2 shades and I ran out of one. And I'm currently on my summer shade. So I had the shade Oat and I'm now on the shade Fawn. I will 100% repurchase this. This is still the first one of these products that I bought, and I will 100% repurchase. These are incredible. I don't think any concealer looks as beautiful as this concealer does. It is so nice. It is so flawless. Oh, I can't even explain, you guys. Every time I put this concealer on, I'm like, Hourglass really did that. Like, it is so good. I know some people online have been saying that it applies a little cakey on them. I think that could come down to a lot of things, like how you're priming or even just your skin type. But I find for my skin, it works so beautifully. I love it. It is very, very, very full coverage, and that just makes it even better. The only unfortunate thing I have to say about this concealer is that it only comes in 22 shades. I feel like Hourglass can do much better with their color selection, and I think it, yeah, a lot of more people can or should be able to test out this concealer, because it is so good. It applies so beautifully. Now, I will say, because of the packaging, you guys can see how thin it is besides like these two. Do not be fooled by that, you guys, because I think with this concealer you actually don't need as much as you do with the other ones I mentioned. This is very, very, very full coverage. Like, that's all I'm gonna say to you guys. This is definitely a, I need my makeup to look good, and if you want that every day, because why wouldn't you, reach for this, girl. Like, this is so, so, so good. Like, if anybody asks me what's good concealer, and I tell them, and I ask them, if you have no budget, get this, because this is so good. It's so, so good. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the newest of the I think my newest discovery out of these concealers. I obviously have had this for a while, I would say over a year, but those concealers I've been using for a very, very long time. And I think this is my newest obsession with the higher end concealers that I have, and that is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is so, so good. I tried this concealer out very, 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 very late, and I quickly fell in love with how it is. Now, first of all, I have to say the applicator of this product is very, very unique. I like that the applicator is dipped, if you can see. Secondly, I love Huda Beauty. She is an aware queen. I love what she's done just in terms of speaking out about all that is going on with Palestine and everything like that. So I love that she could be somebody who's in the position to put her money and fame over everything, but she chose to come in with such a healthy conscience, and I think the whole situation made me like her even more. But I bought this way before that, obviously, and I've always been a huge fan of Huda, and I find her journey of how she got into the industry so like inspiring. And yeah, I think every Middle Eastern girl that does any kind of filming or content creating really looks up to her. Middle Eastern, or I mean Middle Eastern and people of color, like brown girls and stuff, myself included. I think we all look up to Huda because she's such a queen. So yeah, I had to try this out, and then I was mad of why I tried it out so late. This concealer is so good. It is so good. This is in the shade Nougat, and like I mentioned before, this is the Faux Filter, and it's called Luminous Matte. Now, when I read that at first, I was like, how can something be luminous matte? But I think what the product is trying to get at is to mention that this is going to be more mattifying, but it's not going to dry your under eyes, and that is a very true claim towards this name. Like, it actually does what it says. The coverage is beautiful. I love that I don't need as much of this as well. I love the way this applies with the applicator. I don't feel like a bunch applies at once, which I really like because you can build it up. This concealer also comes in 29 shades. Now, I wish she would possibly expand the shade selection just a little bit, because I think in terms of the darker tones, I think a lot more could be added. But I am going to give HUDA her flowers because she deserves it for everything, and I love her brand, and there's so much I haven't tried from the brand. It's just I am so overwhelmed with the amount of makeup I've had the past few days, you guys, where I'm at the point of I'm just like, I need to finish before I can buy. And I feel like the thing with makeup is there's constantly stuff being released, and then I'm just like, if I want to be interesting, I have to keep buying it. But I also don't want to promote the idea that people have to over consume and over buy things when I know some people don't have the money to, and I feel like it's like a luxury now to buy makeup considering how expensive drugstore even is. So at the same time, I'm like, will people even still watch me if I'm not buying everything that's like releasing? But I think more people can relate to somebody who's being more realistic and not being able to buy every release that comes out. Don't get me wrong, I still buy makeup because I want to make content, but I find myself really trying to use a lot of the products that I own and making room for new ones before I keep piling up, because you guys, my makeup collection it's exploding. I thought I was gonna go on to the lower end ones, but I realized I had one more high end. This one is a concealer that I use mostly for spot concealing, or if I'm going to a special event and I need my concealer to look like full coverage. I think this is one of the first expensive concealers that I bought. I think it was, because I used to see it when I'd watch YouTube videos, but it came in an entirely different packaging, and I was like, I can't wait to be able to afford that because I'm gonna buy it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the KEVYN Sensual Skin Enhancer. You guys, this concealer is such an OG. It's been on the market forever. I first bought this and I tried it under my eyes, and my under eyes were like, no, because this does crease a lot under your eyes. This is a very creamy, emollient consistency, but you guys, the way this applies to your face, like if you're trying to add more coverage in certain areas or hide any imperfections, I've never seen any other concealer do what this does. Like, this is incredible. It is literally like a magic eraser for your face. Like, it hides everything. But I do have to admit, I don't like it under my eyes, but that's okay because I use it for my face. But the thing with this, you guys, is even though it is expensive, which I will tell you the price in just a second, you need the tiniest of, I literally use what's on the cap, okay? And if you can see what's on the cap, it's literally like residue from that. But like, look at this, you guys. This stuff is so emollient. I have this in 2 shades. I have SX04 and then I also have SX05 too. And yeah, I love these so much. These are so good. Now, I don't think they sell this brand on Sephora, so I have to look at this on their website. And this is in USD, so this product is $37. I think this is one of those concealers that I can say are waterproof, you guys. Like, I can sit here and tell you guys it is, because this stuff hangs on like it's nobody's business. Now, the only thing that I'm seeing that's a little concerning here is that there's only 16 shades. Yeah, there's only 16 shades, which that is definitely not enough, especially not after the description I read, how they're saying it could be correct color corrector and so on and so forth for a bunch of people, highlighting, and yeah, they definitely need to have more. But you guys, this concealer is so good. I think if you're a makeup artist, it would be really good to have this in your kit. And yeah, I think that's how I kind of discovered it. I used to watch a lot of makeup artists on YouTube, and that's how I kind of stumbled up upon this product. But it is so good. I don't think I'll ever need to repurchase this because I think my grandkids will probably use this too. I don't know, it's like not finishing, but this is so good. It doesn't smell off, it still works, and it hasn't broken me out, so I'm keeping it. So this next one is one I've already mentioned on this channel. I actually did a video kind of dedicated to this and another complexion product from this brand, and that is none other than the JUVIA'S concealer. This is actually called the I Am Magic. This is what I call it, something else. This is the I Am Magic concealer. This, very similarly to the Too Faced and Tarte, comes in very big packaging. The doe foot is very big as well. This concealer, I have to say, has such a beautiful collection of such a beautiful shade range collection that this is what kind of surprises me when high-end brands that are very capable of releasing the same shades, if not more, don't, because lower-end brands, cheaper brands are doing it. I will give this brand its flowers because this brand is so inclusive. I love that everybody's invited. Everybody's gonna be able to use these products. Like, it is that incredible. The foundation of this is also very good, but we're talking about the concealer today. This concealer is $14 US. We don't carry JUVIA'S in Canada because Canada never has anything nice. This has 24 shades, but I feel like the shade the shades in this collection are very versatile, and I feel like a lot of people can use them. I felt like they even had shades that gear towards more people with olive skin tones, or if you're someone with a skin tone who naturally doesn't find a concealer shade for yourself with other brands, I feel like you should really check this brand out. Now, as I mentioned, it is $14, but if you are paying in Canadian, it will be $20.50. I know that is not cheap for drugstore, but that is the price of drugstore nowadays. And that's still half the price of the ones I mentioned before, so I will call this drugstore because it is. This concealer is sweat-proof, waterproof, weightless, full coverage, available across 24 unique shades, as I mentioned. Now, you guys, I love this concealer. I think this is so beautiful. I feel like this is very similar to Too Faced's Born This Way, but I do feel like this one's a little bit more hydrating, just a step up, more hydrating and a little bit more thicker than this one, but they both apply beautifully. This concealer is incredible. I will definitely get lighter shades for the winter time because right now I think this is more my summer shade. So yeah, this is so good. If you are Canadian, you can find this at Ulta, but so good. So okay, lastly, you guys, this is gonna shock you, but it didn't shock me because when I placed an order for this, I knew this was gonna be good. Look, because I do not question this brand and how good the products are going to be because they have not failed me. They have not disappointed me as of yet. This is from Shein, you guys. Sorry, this is from SHEGLAM. This is the Complexion Boost Concealer. This is so good, you guys. This is one of those ones that you have to click up. It comes in a sponge, kind of like the Maybelline Age Rewind situation. I got this in the shade Chantilly. And you guys, this is so good. I'm gonna get so many more of these because right now the shade runs a little bit more light. But what I like is that I can use this on top of other concealers and it just layers so beautifully if I want to just highlight in just like this area. This concealer is so pretty. It is so thin. The consistency is so thin, you guys. So when I first applied it, I'm like, this isn't gonna do anything. But when I started blending it out, I was like, oh my god. It's thin and full coverage. Like usually when I see thinner concealers, I'm like, that's not doing anything, but this, you guys, this is so good. Love the consistency of this. It's very, very hydrating feeling, does not feel greasy. This also does not add to my milia that I have on my eyes. I know a lot of concealers tend to do that because they have a lot of talc or like just products, just ingredients that my under eyes don't like. So I really like that about this. Has not aided or added to my milia situation, which is great. The price of this, you guys, this concealer is $6.49. It's less than $10, you guys, less than $10. So this comes in 22 shades, you guys, which is incredible. I feel like this is a step up from the Maybelline Age Rewind because it has the same features, like it being thin and really good coverage, but this is cheaper. But I think this is better, okay? I have this too, you guys. I think this concealer is really good. I almost put it in this video, but I don't reach for this as often as I reach for this. So that's why I think this is way better than this. This is still good, but this is way better. So check it out. This is very inexpensive. The only thing is that you have to get it from online because there's no store that sells SHEGLAM makeup, which I'm waiting for a store to just go ahead and do that. Every store except Sephora because I don't want the price of these to go up. Anyways, you guys, that was my very long-winded video on concealers that I love and that are my holy grail, tried and true, will forever purchase, will pass on to my grandkids kind of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. Bye.